A man in desperation, can't you help your situation?
Come on, that club, you know, when you let the thing go and people were like, yo, that drove me towards
We
you.
are starting off this week's episode.
After all that's been said,
Another goat in the building.
don't you really know
Another
that?
goat tune that we're gonna play, you know.
Fucking mercy,
Doo-doo-doo.
no mercy, no motherfucking mercy.
Last week we were getting annoyed about the gunshots. Guess what? We got more, yeah! One more, yeah!
No mercy,
Doo-doo.
no motherfucking mercy, no mercy.
Give him a bit of a verse.
The Davis man will get away with murder. I know the pagans want to try to take things further. Try know the basics before you use that burner. Old school jump out gang, bang, pull up and stir up. Hope 4-5 to get heads up.
Woo! Before we go further, pre-order Conflict of Interest coming out on the 19th of February.
Bang, bang, bang.
We're back in the building, Battle with the Roof. You know the vibes.
Yes, sir.
Episode 51.
Sir.
It feels like the continued 50th celebration.
Yeah,
Bruv. Obviously, we have to get into the intros firstly, but bruv, we have got another fucking goal in the
fucking goal.
We have got another one in the building.
He's been putting on, man.
Before we go further, big love and respect to Gets and DJ Unique every single time. Epic episode. Select a Unique every single time. Do go back and watch that on the YouTube. Listen back on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Regardless, we're in the building. The man are here. You know the vibes. Chris the Capo, I'm in the building. You know the vibes. The man are here. You know the
here.
vibes. Come on.
We're here. Fly characters in the building.
The flyers.
We here.
Matty Yayo, RBG.
Yeah,
Yo!
Okay, Cheeks, Chico the Barge, I'm in the
The
building.
coolest. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. What the fuck are you talking about? Before we go further, there's a man behind the cam. Mr. Respect the Shooter. Mr. Michael Mops.
In the building.
Yeah. Big 4-4, no safety. Shout out to Grey Hoodie Steph. Shout out to Grey Hoodie Steph every single time.
Words.
Love it. We have got a special
Super
guest. Goal after goal.
Facts.
If it was not for this guy, no word of a lie, we might not even be sitting here, to be fair. with you.
Words.
We might not have a scene to actually speak on. This is someone that has paved the way from early and has remained super humble with it. A lot of people that are on Route Mushmore, you've battled. A lot of Route Mushmore candidates that we'll talk about as well. When you are talking about the pen, when you are talking about the pioneer, when you're talking about one of the best, in fact, one of the best in this country. Shout out Shoei every single time. But it's not your time yet, Shoei. We're going to speak about the motherfucking legend himself, Tony D in the building! Wagwan!
We here, man. We here. Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you, man. Before we go further, everyone good? Everyone Gucci?
Yeah,
man. Good week.
As much as we can in this pandemic,
In
panorama.
in this panoramic, you know. Tony, how are you, man? How is everything?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain. You know, same as everybody else, we stuck in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Lockdown, can't go nowhere, can't see nobody. Though most of us manage a way somehow.
Somehow, some way, we find a way. You feel me?
But yeah, we keeping safe and keeping it. Oh, I'm all right, man. Can't knock it.
100%. Firstly, before we do go into the conversation, I think on behalf of the Roofers and the UK battle rap community, I just want to say a big, massive thank you.
Oh, man.
Because you have sacrificed years and years and years of this craft and of this sport that we know and love. And we speak about on a weekly basis. If it wasn't for someone like you taking the time and being so invested into this, bruv, I'm literally just be speaking about it the stateside.
Yeah, I've been here for a minute.
Grinding.
I've been here for a minute. I go way back. Like I was saying before we even did this, like I first battled in like 92.
Damn.
Nigga, I was 2.
Damn. Do you recall the first battle? How was that?
Nah, we was in the park, bro. What recorded on what?
No, recall it.
Oh, do I
Yeah,
record?
yeah,
Yeah, I do, because the kid killed me, but I found out later he was rapping LL Cool J bars.
Yeah, for real, blood. I was gonna say that.
No. He killed, like there was girls around, like it was everyone. We was in the
swear.
park, just going out, and like I was freestyling and that. And like, yeah, he was. I wondered, how the fuck is he so good? Like, how is he so good? How can you come from England and rap this well? But yeah, it turned out like he was rapping LL's bars.
How did you Mafia, you know?
Against me.
Yeah, mama said knock you out bars, you know.
Yeah, exactly. How did you clock on them with LL Cool J bars?
Do you know what? I heard the song about 8 years later, man. Like, it had gone way past the time I'd battled him. Like, I was a youth. I was still a teenager. And like, yeah, it was mad years later. Someone was just playing a song, and I said, where do I know that from? And I'm sitting, I'm listening. I said, play that back. And I'm here, and where do I know that song? And I said, oh my God. Like, literally, and I mean, it was years later when holy fuck, like, and I just remember, he beat me with LL Cool J.
I would have called him back and said, listen, McClashin now. Fuck me now, McClashin. He said, yeah, I'm with the kids. I said, bring them as well. Bring them as well.
Yeah, McClashin kids
They may rap bars for you, bro. Bring them as well.
Yeah, but no, I've been at it, man.
What was it that made you want to actually get into battling?
You know what? It's part of hip hop. Like, I'm a rapper, and I've been involved in, like, my first rap record I bought was a 7-inch single in like 85. And like, so the culture, the hip hop culture, the scene is built on battle. It's an egotistical sport. So like, even just bars that I rap, you hear me talk about how good I am at what I do. They're like, I rap about being the best. So yeah, it's a natural progression. Everything you show off, you go into ciphers and you stand out, and there's 20 men standing around in a circle, and everybody wants their turn, and you want to be the best there. So whether or not that's battle, like in that cipher thing, it's a battle because you trying to prove yourself. So yeah, like just being a hip hop MC and like really embedded in the culture, really coming from, I want to be the best. I want to be like, my main thing, I didn't even want to sell records. My main thing for being a rapper was like, if I go somewhere and I bump into Ice Cube, or I bump into Jay-Z, or like, if I rap for them, I just want them to say, yeah, he's good. That was literally my bar. Like, that was what I aimed for. So I just wanted to be a good rapper. So yeah, just that whole egotistical thing, the ego thing, I like those bars. I like bragging. I like showing off. So yeah, pretty much, just kind of that same thing there. I just like showing off like that. So because like that's at the core of it. So battling just was a natural progression. Like I said, so we battled from way back when, but we used to freestyle, or you'd be in ciphers with like who's got the best verse and whatnot. But this whole written era of battling, like it like music to my ears. You know what I mean? It was like somebody said, what could be the possibly greatest thing for you to do right now? What would be your favorite thing to do? It would be rapping about how good I am and about how shit someone else is. And like they just came and said, oh, here you go. Look, we've got this thing. Yeah. So like, yeah, it was just the next natural step for me to get into the written things.
What made you even want to stick with just like the rap side of things, the hip hop side? Because obviously there was the jungle, which was popular around like the early mid-90s as well. Then you had the emergence of garage, and eventually grime. Like, what made you stay so stuck towards the hip hop, like pure hip hop sound?
The art form, like the craft of writing. Like, you see, my older brother was a big jungle DJ back in the day, and I wasn't even a fan of jungle. Like, I don't care. All that, like, it's super fast. I just want to hear someone rap. Like, so the jungle MCs. Don't get me wrong, I can still rap Stevie Hyper DT. Right? You know what I mean? Like that. I can still, there's still bars that's in my head from way back. Like, you got guys like Skibber, Shabba, like guys who was really doing their thing on that, but I didn't really want to hear that. Like, I'm from a dancehall era. Like I grew up listening to like sound tapes. So that was my thing, but I couldn't do that. I didn't really want to do jungle. But the art form of there's something you can only do in rap music. There's a form because it's like talking, so you can talk about anything. So there's only like there's certain things that rap just lends itself to really well. Like Rascast has got a song, a conversation between him, God, and the devil. You got Common, Retrospect for Life, is a song about abortion. There's things you can do with this craft that you can't do with any other genre of music. And I love that. I like, because even up to now, man, I was writing last night. Like, I like the aspect of crafting. Like, how do I challenge myself next? How do I find another way to say I'm better than you? Like, I like that. I still enjoy it up to now. Like, even freestyling and stuff. I like being able to pull words out of the air and make them rhyme and pull off a punchline and just make people say like, because I'm a show off. At the end of the day, I'm a show off, man.
That shit, yeah.
Like, so yeah, I have to stay on it because I like it so much. I enjoy it. I like talking. I like words. Like I read a lot. I like what people do with words. It's why I'm a fan of battling because even last night I just watched Real Deal Sharon.
Yes, Bad Boy Battle.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because I watched it when it happened, and then it just got released yesterday. So let me give it a refresh, and just what they did, like how they went at each other, the stuff that people sit down and write. I'm a massive fan. I'm a big fan of how like creativity. So yeah, this is just give me the drive to keep on going. Like yeah, I'm gonna stay with this. I like this thing. It challenges me and it gives me an outlet. It gives my ego something to do. To be honest with you,
100%. When you speak on about like the balance of one thing that's crazy you mentioned is that the ego side of things, but yet you remaining so grounded and humbled with everything in general. Like even when we just said in the intro about your legacy and just how of a pillar you've been to this scene. Do you when did you actually realize that, hold on, I'm a fucking GOAT. I'm a legend. When did you realize that?
I don't know.
But you have realized it, though.
I hope so.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
I want you to say yes.
No, do you know what it is? I'm aware of the esteem that other people hold me in. Like, I'm aware of it. I know for a 100% fact, if you want to talk about UK battle rap or UK hip hop to an extent,
Yes.
that my name is in the conversation somewhere. Like, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I was the champion at the peak or the pinnacle of UK battle rap. Like between 2012 and 2015, that's when you're talking millions of views, you like packed out events. And yeah, I was the face of it right there.
Facts.
So I'm aware of the things that I did and how I did it. But to me, it's like a different. That's him. Yeah, like that's what he does. Like I'm something like me myself. Yeah, I just rap sometimes. So like it's a character. It's something that it's a part of me, but it's a very small part. But with the volume turned up to like 12. Do you know what I mean? All of my ego gets to go out in that space. Like if I didn't rap, like what the fuck would I be? Like as big as my ego is, like I'd be the insufferable prick in the office. You know, like playing pranks on people, always trying to be the center of attention. But as it is, I have an outlet for this shit. Like I get to put all of that over there. So yeah, I do get to like I look and I say, rah, like Tony D as a brand, as an image, as something, a character. Yeah, he's held in high esteem. Like people rate him highly, and I appreciate that, man. But at the same time, that's a humbling thing. It just means people appreciate what I do, and like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like,
100%.
How else could I be but humbled by it?
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Very,
Like,
very true.
it's quite not everybody gets to be like you do a podcast, and you do one of the best podcasts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
press a gunshot.
but,
I love that.
So it's to be to do something that thousands or hundreds of thousands of other people do, and then to be in the top 10 or the top 5 or even like the top 20. You're talking about there's like 20,000 battle rappers in the world, like that's registered or not registered but have battles online. And like I'm in the top 20 worldwide of a conversation. Do you know what I mean? In England, I'm in
Shit like that.
I'm in like the top 3. So, like, yeah, thank you, bro. But, like, but so, like, not many people get to do that. Not many people get to exercise this a particular aspect of their life and then get to be at the very top of it. So, like, yeah, I'm grateful for it, man. Like, there's like my life could have gone so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that it could have gone down the pan, but here it is. I'm sitting here with people wanting to listen to me and booking me for interviews and paying me to get on stage and rap. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, shit, this is a great life.
100%. 100%. Let's go back to the beginning of, as you said, you've had the humbling experience, we call it that, of you battling the guy with the LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Say that.
Tony D needs a rematch.
Yeah.
If he's hearing, he wants a rematch.
Whoever that guy is, yeah, we want the rematch now. Okay.
Shit like that.
But so after that, now you've got still continued writing, still rapping as well.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you part of the original UK hip hop era of the likes of like your Rodney P's, your Black Twangs, and like those type of people?
No, I'm like Kalash, yes. As far as like Rodney P and Black Twang, they like a little bit before me.
Okay, yeah.
My era is like Jest, Clash, Kaiser, Fallacy, Scheme.
A lot of them are pens, innit?
Yeah, like
proper lyricists.
Yeah, I mean like real. It was that like Chester P, Skinny.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Ooh.
The names that, the maestros. Yeah. These are like names that when you was coming out, you had to have something to say. Like, because you could get booed, man. This is, I told you one thing.
Ty, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. My rest Ty, man, my brother. But this was an era where you could get booed off stage or a man would just tell you, shut up. Like, shut up. Yeah, this is not, if you was not performing, if you, like, and I don't mean like when you outside of like a deal real or like,
yeah.
Like,
Shout the shooter.
Yeah, deal real. Like, but if you was like standing outside there or kung fu, like we just had a kung fu event and you was outside in and there was a cypher going off. Like, it could get rude, man. And if you wasn't able to hold like your corner with these guys who was out here, you would really quickly get humble. You would get sent on your way and
that's what we like though.
Like, and know that you wasn't good enough, man. You wasn't good. Like, this shit was incredible. So yeah, it's the era I come from it is that steel sharpened steel. Like week in, week out, we going against even like my group Double P. I'm in a group with Doc Brown, Reveal, Low Key, Styler, Therapist. Like, you talking about names. When Reveal was too young to get into hip hop raves, he was 15 years old. He'd wait outside for rappers to come out and battle them on the street. Like,
dedication, boy.
Yeah, it's from.
We want to leave now. We're clashing now.
Yeah,
bring the bars.
We're from a different era. Like, just the levels of competitiveness. The levels of writing, like how high it had to be. So, and I think like Reveal said a long time ago, Poisonous is like a level. And there's other rappers that are on that level, but it's just a level. We set a bar. And my aim is to never drop below that bar. And thus far, after 20-something years, I haven't. Like, I've managed to keep my head above water, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm treading water out here. But like, yeah, it's so the era that I'm from is that it's the UK hip hop scene. It kind of predates the hip hop rap thing. It predates the house and garage. Because like jungle was the thing at the time, but I was still with my hip hop. Even when Double P got signed, we was out at the same time as like when grime was coming through, but you had So Solid doing the funk, like the house thing, and garage and that. So the even though people were doing that, that wasn't where my heart was. Like, rap it does something.
Like there's things you can. There's only things you, like I said earlier. There's things you can only do through the medium of rap. It doesn't translate well on a Bashment record. It doesn't translate well on a garage record. It doesn't translate over jungle. It can just be done over rap.
That's right.
Yeah, like that's how I feel about it anyway.
Yeah. No, it's true.
And then we'll be like trying to go off. You see how the crowd in 8 Mile be like, boom, bro, just everywhere. You're outside in it, like you can't hide anywhere. You in the middle with the next man, and everyone is like, nah, shit, give it.
Swear.
Yeah, but it's that's the reality of it, man. That's the reality of it.
Everyone that said you were shit. Like,
That's what.
you might have your ready guy.
Yeah,
Everyone
no.
else is like, nah.
That's the reality of it. Like you had like go hard or go home. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you see people getting booed at the Apollo and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it was a much harsher environment. Like a lot of these guys now who battle rap, like they don't know about that shit. Like I remember seeing a guy, I won't say his name, but he was in Leeds and his hand was doing, and I mean doing this, like doing this, and I had to say to him, like, bro, you gotta, like, you can't be nervous. These people are here to see you do what you do. So like, don't let them take you off your game. Do you know what you're supposed to do? If you know, then don't be nervous about this shit.
But then
Like,
again, it shows how invested he is in it as well, that he really wants to do well.
oh yeah, but it, like that super yeah.
He's a shaky warrior.
I need to believe you. I need you to believe yourself.
That's the
You know what?
thing.
It's easy to say.
That's
I
the
agree. I
other
could be in that
thing.
position.
Like, because when you do it, you gotta convince the crowd. You're selling it to them.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, I'm gonna do this, but same time your hand is doing this, like, bro, bad man don't shake.
You say he's
Like-
doing the twerk thing, though, isn't it? Twerk hands. He's doing twerk hands, bro.
But no, like, and I wasn't mad at him, like, but I took him aside and I say, bro, like, seriously, they here to see you. Like, but have faith in yourself, man. You can, this is what you do. The reason you come here is to stand up and do this. But like, you couldn't be shaking. I'm like, say 96, 97, 98, 99s. You know, shaking, bro. Like, you out here, like, dick in your hand. Like, just, like, you ain't got no choice.
Raise that pause.
So,
No, but you know what though? I won't lie. Yeah? I love it. I love the energy.
But you gotta have the
Yes.
But no, like,
Because I know I'm going to have a pause moment later.
That's like boss talk though. Like, I
Bro.
like it. That's confidence.
it's because you gotta be. Like, the number one thing, like, you gotta sell it to those people. They here to be convinced.
Yeah.
A crowd is like, they're waiting. Yeah, they waiting to be entertained. They waiting for you to do that thing. So your job is to convince them of it. And it don't matter how good your writing is or how good your, like, you've got to sell it to them. And if you're nervous about it, then it's gonna be more difficult for you to sell it. Because you got like all that stuff riding on it. Like, I ain't never felt nervous in a battle ever. I went to Canada. And I wrote my shit in the room.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
Bro, I wrote it in the room before I battled, in the hotel room. But like, and I even right before I went in, I didn't think I was going to lose. But I knew 100% I didn't know what I was going to say. And I still didn't think I was going to lose. Yeah? But like, that's my ego again. Like, it won't allow me to be in that vulnerable position as egos do. Do you know what I mean? That's the job of your ego.
100%.
You know? But like, yeah, it won't allow me to be vulnerable like that. But it put me in a position where I fucked up the whole battle. But at the same time, right before, I didn't think I was gonna lose. So yeah, like, you gotta have confidence going into it. You gotta be sure about your own thing, man.
100%. Before we go further, someone just come in the building. It's only right that we go to him. Kill him. It's only right we go to him.
But he came bearing alcohol. Like,
Word.
The crowd is still booing you. Yeah.
Keep it at the moment. The crowd war guns. Y'all can see it.
Well, I gotta slow it down or something.
You're so dumb.
And the Magnum. He didn't just come with more guns. He was holding the Magnum too.
Bars.
Great Hoodie Steph in the building.
I'm a man in desperation. Can't you help the situation?